YouTube, what's good? It's your boy, Paulus Harris, aka Producer. Hey, if this is your first time tuning in, go ahead. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. Every time I post up new content. Monty, right? You know, for the most part, I respect you. Respect you a great deal, but you know, I won't necessarily call this a parody of what you do as far as like Monty goes. But I'm actually really gonna call this the Paulus Harris Sex Series, right? So, and depending on how this one goes, right, will actually really depend on whether or not I actually really do more sex stories. Just know that a lot of the sex stories that I'm actually really going to talk about are actual events that actually really happened in my life. A lot of it is going to be like sexual fantasy. So here goes, right? After a grueling workout in the gym, you know, I'm on my way to the grocery store because when you work out real tough, right, you tend to get a little hungry, right? And considering that I'm tired or whatever, I want something that's actually really quick, fast, and in a hurry. So I go to the frozen food section, right? And considering that I really hadn't had none in a while, there was this nice looking young lady, right? You know, and the ass cheeks was out just enough to say, hey, how you doing, right? So me being the type of person that I was, or am, right? I was like, you know what? Let me get out of this aisle, right? And hopefully, let me go shop somewhere else, right? You know, and then by the time I come back, she's out of here. Excuse me, sir. So now, I'm just like, okay, I gotta actually really like respond, you know. So I go to where she is, and so she's over in the ice cream section, right? So she's like, well, sir, you know, I'm trying to figure out, you know, what's a good ice cream, you know, or whatever. So what she was looking at, it was like vanilla, chocolate, vanilla with chocolate chips, right? Or it was just like chocolate chip or whatever. So I just told her, I said, well, hey, look, I really don't do ice cream, right? Because ice cream actually really cools you down, right? You know, unless that's what the hell you actually really trying to get at, considering if you young and hot in the ass, right? This is just me in my head, right? So then I know actually really, so I look over into a grocery basket. So I'm looking at, she got syrup, she got barbecue, she got hot dogs or whatever, hamburger meat, the whole nine. So I'm like, oh, so you like barbecue? So yeah, I'm just picking up a few things. And then she was looking at me like, well, you like hot dogs? I'm like, yeah, pretty much. You know, I might eat one, and then that's about all I'm gonna do. And so she was like, well, I enjoy eating hot dogs. I like eating hot dogs with actually like really barbecue sauce. And so me being the type of person that I am, I'm thinking, okay, where the fuck she going with this? So I just like, so I see the syrup. So I'm just like, okay, so you eat hot dogs with barbecue sauce. So how about if you ask like, so I just asked the question, do you eat hot dogs with syrup on there, right? And then she actually already kind of looked at me. I'm like, yeah, I'm just as shocked as you are. I'm real creative with mine. So she was like, well, I never actually really had a hot dog with syrup on it, right? How does it taste? Well, me being the type of person that I am, you know, well, from what I've heard, it actually really is rather fantastic. Right? But just know that this is a hot dog that you actually really can't consume. Right? And so she was like, well, what you trying to say? I was like, I don't try to say nothing. I either do or I don't. Right? So, with that being said, or whatever, she was like, well, what you doing later? I'm like, I'm not doing nothing. I'm going home. I'm finna shower. But before that, I'm finna pick up a few things so I can eat. And then I'm relaxing for the rest of the day. So she tends to give me like her address and her number. And she said, well, hey, the cookout is at 5. Right? And I actually really want to try putting syrup on a hot dog. So I'm like, okay, I got you. Till next time.